And welcome back to Random Chats with Dade and Jude. I'm Dade.
And I'm Jude.
See, I tried to do your little singing part
I
that
noticed.
time. It's your thing. I'll let you have it. It's all good. It's all good. You
My
can
signature.
So, we do hope you're enjoying our random chats of this season. We are enjoying bringing them to you overall. Today we're talking about something that was slightly different, and we've got props today, don't we, Jude?
We do have some props, yes.
Do you want to talk
Would
about
you
what
like to
props
see
we
my
have?
prop?
Yes, let's talk about it. Go.
Okay, you ready? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's our affirmations
And I have the
cards.
same day. We'll talk about how we
Woo!
have both have these shortly. But what is an affirmation, Jude?
Well, an affirmation is a belief that something exists and is true.
I love that you're checking your notes there at the same time.
Just wanted to be totally correct that I got that right. Yes, a belief that something exists and is true.
And why would you want to do such a confirm such a thing?
So I feel that we have this kind of innate programming in ourselves. And if your glass is half empty rather than half full, this kind of like programming that we believe, we're going to fail. We've talked about some of these things before in previous podcasts, but I think it's like a narrative that we tell ourselves. And I think also being terribly British, sometimes we find it hard to put positive, not, sorry, no, that's not quite right, not being terribly British, but we find it difficult to necessarily express our emotions. And so I think that sometimes it can be trickier for some, not all, but for some people to have that kind of confidence to put something out into the universe that they want, that they don't necessarily believe that they can achieve or attain. And so I think what's so lovely about affirmations, and this is something that's really become quite a new thing for me, and it was quite a hard thing to start doing, but now I'm doing it. It's amazing how the world is opening up. It's just basically having that belief in yourself that's not the negative, that's the positive. And they really believe that this manifestation of saying these positive sentences, phrases, quotes, whatever it may be that resonates with you, and we'll talk about the cards in a moment. But it's putting it out there, repeating it, and then slowly, slowly over time, changing that narrative of your glass being half empty to maybe it being half full, and going out and achieving bigger and greater things than you thought were possible.
And I think just going on a tapping on a few things you said there, Jude. One, it's very odd when you first start doing it. It is. It's just a bit, what am I doing right now? But we'll come on to that. Two, I think sometimes it's easier to go into like a more of a, as I call it, a below the line. It's like more of a negative kind of thing. And some of these things, it doesn't feel sometimes right to kind of be putting out good things in the world and those kind of things. It's just, oh no, I want this to happen. It's like, no, oh, I got the microphone. Uh, it's what it's one of those. It's putting good things out there into the universe. It's making sure you are backing yourself and that kind of self-believing kind of, yeah, no, you've got this. No, like when you go for a job interview, you've got to back yourself. You've got to affirm you're going to get this job. You've got to kind of, but it's doing it on like a more personal scale as well. So it's not like, yes, it can be about a job. And I've got a definition of three actual definitions here as well, Jude. So it'd be interesting. Like one of them is around the declaration that something is true, right? You believe in it. You are, yes, this is true. This is something I believe. And that could be about self or something you want to achieve, and you're putting that positivity in there. But it's also the action or process of affirming something. So it's like, I am really putting my focus on this, and this is where I want to put my affirmation on these things. And then what I love about this other third definition, it's around emotional support or encouragement, because it's like you're backing yourself, right? You're like, hey, yeah,
Yeah.
I want to put this positivity and I want to affirm this about myself. And I want to be really out there affirming myself as to who I am, what I want to achieve. And it does encourage a good behavior.
It does. And it's interesting that you say that because I think for me, it was something not, I'm a confident person, but when it comes to myself, I lack confidence. And I've always been afraid of failing because I would talk myself into that narrative that I probably would, right? So it was very hard for me to have confidence and closely align that with arrogance or being egotistical, because to say something positive, like you just mentioned, it doesn't become familiar and natural to most. To some it does, and that's brilliant. They've got that. But for some people, when it doesn't, like myself, I always struggled with, if I put something out that's positive about myself, do I have am I on an ego trip? So that it's not to be to share with our listeners and viewers, affirmations is not about being egotistical or having a big head or being arrogant. It's just about creating a positive narrative that resonates just with you, that you can then use as a mantra day after day or several times throughout the same day, whatever it is that resonates with you, just to get your self-belief up, to believe that you can. And I could actually reel off, like, I know that Jennifer Lopez, Oprah, Will Smith, Jim Carrey, all these celebrities swear by it. And look at how successful that, I mean,
yeah.
But look at how successful they've all become in their careers. And I'm not saying it's truly down to just being, having affirmations or repeating a mantra to themselves, but hey, they do it and look at where they are today.
And there is some points of where, like in the morning, I do my affirmations in the morning, but I know that some people write them down on post-it notes and put them in the bathroom mirror. So the first thing they see in the morning, they look at their affirmations like, yeah, I am going to believe in myself today. Yeah, I am not going to let the negativity get into my brain. And yeah, I am going to kick some ass today in a good way. Not
yeah,
kick ass in a bad way. Kick ass in a good way.
No. Exactly.
And that's
Because
the
I
thing.
think sorry, I interrupted, but I think on that point, an affirmation is about, if you have a mindset that you then can create a positive feeling from, it will actually have a whole encompassing like body effect. Yeah. So like you said, first thing in the morning, great place to start. So if anybody isn't doing this, I totally encourage you to do it. And a post-it note on the bathroom mirror is the way to go, because you see it and you go, today I'm going to nail the day. And that can be for however it is. Maybe you've got some mountains to climb or some hills to climb and you're not quite sure how you're going to juggle all the balls. But if you just start off with, I'm going to nail the day, I'm going to be successful at everything that I set out to be, and I'm going to be able to be there for my family at the end of the day, whatever it may be. If you just keep repeating that, it's amazing how you stop yourself from sliding back into that, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed and I'm not going to manage, or whatever may come to you. It's a really good way to start. And yeah, I 100% agree with you. Post-it notes on the mirror is the way forward.
But I also will just say to our readers as well, our listeners, I'm not sure where our readers have come from, but our listeners
now.
writing books soon. Well, we're writing post-it notes on mirrors. But one thing I always just say to listeners is that it's not like if you get set out to do something and if you don't do it, that's anything bad. Like, it takes time for you to then start to really look at and also just go, if you don't do that affirmation that day, just don't look at a bad thing. It's like, well, I tried, which is great. It's always the thing. I tried. What stopped me from achieving that today? And it's like, oh, actually, this horrible phone call, something happened. Okay, well, then think around how you can kind of like manage around that, through that, and things like that to ensure you can continue to improve yourself into how you can then bring this into your day-to-day, because it takes practice. And as Jude says earlier, it's odd.
Yeah, it is really odd. And I think what you've also just said something that set a light bulb off in my mind, which was, I think that people feel that if they don't succeed at something, for the first few times, they go, oh, well, that's not going to work for me. But just play around with it on your own and just start off by saying something, simple, like, I love myself.
I am.
You've got, yeah. No, you're not. You're lovely. But I just think, just start off whatever, just something that is personal to you. And if you can't, then you've also got the wonderful tool of being able to purchase some affirmations, and you can start there until you can think of your own. There you go.
So when people come and stay at my house, it's a very good house kind of I'm not the house guest. When Jude stays, she's the house guest. So I normally just give people gifts, like they arrive and they've got chocolates on their pillow, and when they leave, I give away these affirmation cards. So these affirmation cards I found in a local store. I love them. And basically, these are just like these. It's been proven by making positive statements out loud and radically improve our mood, relationships, and life experiences. That's what it says on the back.
Yeah.
We're not ones to argue with science. See, and also these are a little cheeky. So we have a lot. So we have it in a shop. 40 cards offering unique daily affirmations without the self-helpy, self-serious, plus 10 bonus cards to boost you on your thoughtful days. So that's why I love these cards, because they just give it a bit more of a positive, fun, bring a smile. Like, where I just love it. It's just going 40 cards with a unique daily affirmation without the self-helpy, self-seriousness. Because sometimes people feel it's a bit too serious. These ones aren't. So, Jude,
It's a good place to start.
should we draw?
I think we should absolutely draw.
Like, look at this, they've got a unicorn and a rainbow. Like, I'm sold. And
I mean,
and a bunny rabbit riding the unicorn. Like, we
it's like
should
one of
just
my
unpack this image just for like. Hang on,
Well, yeah,
there's a rabbit.
back there.
There's a rabbit riding a unicorn, jumping over a rainbow.
And they're having a great time.
They're having a great old time. I'm like,
They
I
really
want that as
are.
my unicorn. All right. You want
All
to pick
right.
one? Look,
I'm going to pick one first. And the one I've picked is, she
okay.
hasn't got her glasses, so we'll have to see how she does. Playfulness.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I am a playful participant in life, and I always have the option to make something a fun game rather than a heavy burden. Mary Poppins, perfect for me. Put sugar in the medicine for a reason. That lady really knows how to party.
When you said the word sugar, I actually mouthed a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine.
You've had this one before.
No, I haven't. But it just brought back
No?
that memory. So,
Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah.
Love that. Can you see that, guy? That's cool.
and it actually has Mary Poppins on it. So that's the thing. They just are very just lovely. And let me just go and pick one. I've got to kind of also pick the one that I haven't done mine today. I was saving mine for today. So let's have a look.
There you go.
Yeah. We can do a couple more. That's not a problem.
I like it.
So we do need to unpack some of the imagery on these as well, because it's very entertaining. Vitality. I am healthy and vital and strong. Yes, I am.
Yes,
My
you are.
radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Oh, they're cells. Sorry, if I look at the picture, and for those listening, I was like, what are those round things? But they're cells, and they're fighting. With each cell is a warrior with inside. I'm loving this even more. Everyone has his own sword and shield. I dare you try and penetrate my cellular army. Don't think about it, chump.
Isn't that so poignant for where you are right now in your life and the journey you're on with Spartan? That's
I know,
amazing.
right? I'll just yeah. So, if you've listened to previous ones, I run around fields and mountains for fun, called Spartan, and that's very much me right now. That's actually a very good one for me today, to be honest. Really good.
That's a really good one. I think for both of us, actually. Should we do one more each?
Let's do one more each.
Let's do
So, yes.
one more each. Right.
Okay. So you go.
Positive thinking.
We do love that.
In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want, and I take a lawnmower to that jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener.
Hold on. There was way too much in that. We need to unpack that. Like,
Right?
empathy
Isn't that great?
seeds and taking a lawnmower to what? Like, we need to let's unpack that. Let's do that.
Okay. So in the garden of my mind, I
Yeah.
water good
Hang on, so
thoughts.
my mind is my garden. I'm seeing it. I'm feeling
Yep.
it. Yep.
You're overflowing with flowers and lovely grasses and
I've got a
and
beautiful weave on. Yeah. Got it.
bonnet, an
Yeah.
Easter bonnet.
Yeah.
We're watering the good thoughts and we're
Absolutely.
weeding out the bad ones.
Yeah, I love that. Like, I can just visualize. You can get out. You can get out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you wake up one of those mornings and you're kind of like, nah, not kind of sure how I'm feeling, I kind of want to push on through, this would be the perfect card, wouldn't it? Because it'd be like,
Do your weeding. As soon as you
Yeah.
get up in the morning, get rid of those negative thoughts. Weed them out.
and nourish the good ones. I'm going to throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want.
Throw them in. Throw them in.
Why would you?
Yeah, that's it.
Let them go.
That's it.
But I'm going to take a lawnmower
This
to
is my
that
plan.
jealousy and resentment patch. I love that.
Like, I can just see them, like jealousy and resentment in looking at this lawnmower, going, "Oh my God, it's just going to run us over."
Yep. But it's also so visual, isn't it? Because you can see that almost like the color sprouting
Yeah.
from the ground and blooming and all that luscious color. And then you can just see that kind of like
Yeah.
patch of moldy old grass that you just want to get rid of. It's a real good visualization tool.
Yeah.
And I'm a it says a pretty badass mind gardener. So there we go.
We need to
Like
nourish
that.
ourselves. We need to nurture ourselves. It's very
And look
important.
at her picture. Oh,
So if you're
fabulous.
listening to this via Spotify list or audio, please go and check out the YouTube channel for the visuals because it's very entertaining. Yeah, please do. It's very entertaining. You can press it on the go and follow us on YouTube on via the links and press subscribe. All right, my last one.
Yeah.
All right. I picked the same one that you did with Mary Poppins and Playfulness.
No way. How many cards are here? 60, did you say?
50.
Hey, that's crazy.
Right, I know, right? So this is why me and Jude are very alike. Like we picked the same card. All right. I'm not going to even look at the image because I get put off by the image because I'm like, what the hell is that? All right, let me do Affirmation, power.
Oh, another strong one.
I am strong. I am grounded. I am powerful. I'm like a cross between a
Ooh.
dinosaur and a tank,
Yes, Stade. Yes.
but not a tank that is used for war. I am
Oh,
like a peaceful, loving dino tank who feels strong. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to do anything but just be.
I like
I'm
that.
a little dino tank in the nature,
You're a
just like
peace
living
tank.
life. Yeah.
Yeah, peace
Yeah.
out. Love that.
See,
How strong?
when
So,
I looked at the image, I was like, it's a dinosaur in a tank, and I was like,
that's
I don't know what
right.
that means,
Yeah.
but now it makes more sense. So
But again, it's actually a nice similarity to your previous card as well and where you're at right now. See, I do believe these cards know what to pull for us as well. It's not,
because
I
they're
know we do
magical,
it, but I'm
Jude.
sure
Because
they're
they're magical because they're made by a unicorn with a bunny on
beautiful.
its back, jumping over a rainbow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That rodeo bunny.
Yes. If you wanna get a deck of these, hit us up in the comments, and we'll let you know where we got them. So
Yes.
yeah, just go in the comments and hit them up. Or you can email us as well. Got our email address right now, but we'll put that in the comments. Anyway, I think that this has been a really good one. I've actually really enjoyed exploring this. We're going to bring these cards out again at some point, I think, because I think it's a very good reminder for everyone. And look, listeners, I hope that you've taken something from this and even just maybe just try one post-it note on your mirror in the morning and just start to think around how you can then change. Just try it on and see how you go.
Manifest, manifest, manifest. Remember, the narrative will create a feeling. That feeling will create a change. So go get your post-it notes, people.
She's deep. I've got to do the other way. She's deep. I always got the arrow wrong in the last season.
I don't know
She's
which
over
way's
there.
up and down.
Well, look, that's been another random chat with Dade and Jude. I'm Dade.
And I'm Jude.
Thank you, and we will see you again soon.
Bye-bye.